Good morning. It's been a bit of a rough week, really. Gonna get fed up of me always moaning, but you know, I'll try and keep it as it is and tell you what's gone on. So it's Sunday morning. The last video I put out was from a ride last weekend. Been through Christmas and it's been okay. It's been good. Get this camera in the right place. So yeah, Hashimoto's. As you can tell, I've experienced a bit of what I would call a Hashimoto's flare-up. A recovery score that I track through my Apple Watch is dropped right down to 7. Christmas Day being the worst. Really unwell. And I think that's just been triggered by a bit of a common cold. Maybe some of the foods that I've been eating and stuff like that. So yeah, one to learn from. So today it's a club social ride today. I'm not sure whether I'm going to stay with the group, meeting up with a couple of friends in a few minutes, and then we're just going to see, you know, how it goes. My intention today is just basically just to get a ride in. I've not rode for a week now. I've not even been on the trainer. It's really been frustrating. Goes against my kind of core of what I want to do, but I'm having to learn how to deal with this and what's best for me. So yeah, we'll see how the ride goes today. At the meeting point now. So the club that I ride with is Lincolnshire Wolds Cycling Club. They've been going for 50 years as kind of predominantly a racing club, but I tend to kind of join them for the social rides. You can see behind me there, a couple of guys are starting to get together. So the meeting point's only 2.5 miles from where I live, so it's quite a good location. And if any of you guys have ever doubted riding with a club, it's the best thing that I ever did. It really brought my cycling on. It really challenged me. The difficulty I have now is obviously with the Hashimoto's is keeping up with the group. I do ride with a faster group, but it's not fast. You know, we average between like 15 and 17 miles an hour on a good day. But yeah, really good bunch of lads. They really look after me and really feel part of something. So yeah, so if you ever doubt joining a cycling club, you know, the hardest bit is actually turning up for the first ride. Go for it. It's but what I would say is just make sure that the group that you join is a no drop group, and ride within your limits. But yeah, okay. Here comes Brian. Brian's our club president. 83, 84, still going strong. Keep going, Brian, never stop, mate. Well done, buddy.
I'll see you then.
Yeah, so Brian actually started he was one of the founding members of the Lincolnshire Wolds Cycling Club over 50 years ago now. Absolutely, well, I don't know what you call him, just a legend. Yeah, he's just such an inspiration of a man to keep going like he does. And it's only this year that beginning of this year, he bought himself an e-bike. Yeah, really strong rider. Lots of advice for young riders, well, any rider really. Really good advice that he gives to people, and he still organises group rides at least twice a week, if not 3 times a week, for the club, which is based in Grimsby. So yeah, all our riding in the Lincolnshire Wolds, which is where I am now. yeah, so that group, I'll just pull back a bit from them. So that group's the slower of the two groups that go out from our social rides. They kind of average, I would imagine, between the 12 and 14 miles an hour kind of range. Still a good group. They get good numbers, and yeah, it's. I think the social riding side of things, the cycling, I think has stayed really good. I think within Grimsby there's quite a good community with the cycling. There's a few tri-clubs, different cycling groups. There's kind of a few faster kind of chain gang groups that are kind of, you know, if you get dropped, that's it, you're on your own. Not my type of riding, but yeah, we kind of all get together every now and again for reliability rides that the club organise, so they can be a bit feisty to start off with. But yeah, it's a good kind of mixture, and the good thing is everybody knows everybody. You know, I had a friend, Julie, then kind of pull up alongside me and had a quick chat, you know, and we started kind of riding together, and she's really strong. She rides with her tri-club more now. She's doing swimming, running, so you know, I prefer the endurance cycling, so which a lot of these guys would never entertain. It's a shame today actually, because Richard Lake's actually riding with the faster group, so I'll try and catch up later with Richard if I can. One of the things that I always find really interesting up in the Wolds are the amount of, obviously, World War II air bases that were up here. Currently stood at Cowston, and there's a memorial here for 625 Squadron, which is always well looked after. It's in the middle of nowhere. There's a few disused buildings around, lots of trees over there, and the runway, you can't see it but it's over in the distance. I'll stop at the end and take a shot, but yeah, really good to see in this area.